has a great card planned here for the fans tonight. And we're going to get things started with our opening contest right now as JD Smooth, one half of the team known as Self-Employed, is going to be taking on Cory, Kastle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jay, the manager of Champions, and also, I guess, the ring announcer of Champions, the color commentator of Champions, the play-by-play man of Champions. It doesn't matter. Now, here comes JD Smooth. Again, one half of Self-Employed, a tag team specialist in a singles match here tonight against a guy who's very used to singles wrestling, Cory, Kastle.
Well, one thing we can say about JD Smooth is, yes, he is a tag team specialist, but he's also had the opportunity to be in there on his own. So we should see a very good contest here tonight between two up-and-comers here in Damn That's Wrestling.
Now again, his opponent is Cory Kastle. He is used to the, I guess it would be the more extreme rules in professional wrestling, and that would work really well in here in DTW because referees and the rules are a little bit more lenient.
Should be a very good fit with Cory Kastle here in Damn That's Wrestling because of the fact that the referee stays out of the way and he lets the competitors do their job.
You let these people know that there's a real superstar here. You got it, Poke.
He wants me to let him know that there's a real superstar here. I like to know where he is. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, Jaden, let's not get too carried away with contradicting what these guys have to say because I know for one, I'm not going to put my body on the line to back up going against these guys.
Now again, JD Smooth is an unorthodox individual. He's a bit of a high flyer, but he also is a bit of a brawler. I know he can bend the rules here, Frankie G.
I'm not that familiar myself with Cory Kastle, but knowing, well, it looks like JD Smooth's taking the mic. Well, it seems to me that Cory Kastle's not wasting any time. He had the sound table hit his music, and he had heard enough of what JD Smooth had to say.
Now here he comes outside, Cory Kastle. He is definitely going to be the favorite there. It is a Spanish town in, where are we, in Vineland now? I don't know, all these towns look alike. But Spanish town here in Vineland, and he didn't seem, JD Smooth did not seem to adhere himself with the Spanish crowd.
City of Vineland has a great Hispanic heritage, and JD Smooth, by insulting that heritage, definitely did not win any points with this crowd.
Now this, I've seen Cory Kastle all before. This is his first time here at DTW.
That's good.
I would like to introduce to you my tag team partner, the Funky White Boy.
Now wait a minute. Isn't this a singles match?
I thought it was a singles match. I don't know that Cory Kastle has a partner, but what JD Smooth's doing by bringing out the Funky White Boy is beyond me.
Well, the Funky White Boy and JD Smooth are both self-employed. I guess what he wants is emotional support, or maybe, you know, a little distraction out here.
Well, I've seen these two in action, and I wouldn't put it past Funky White Boy to try to interject himself into this contest. JD Smooth was definitely trying to intimidate the referee, and you can see the referee wasn't going to stand for that.
Cory Kastle definitely wants these fans to let them know what he thinks of JD Smooth.
And I'll tell you what, the fans are backing him up right to the pin.
This is going to be an interesting matchup. Like I said, JD Smooth is a bit of a high flyer. Castle's definitely the fan favorite in this match.
Yes, the fans definitely getting behind him. He's a good-looking athlete. Looks like he knows what he's doing in there. JD Smooth wanted to intimidate everybody, and it doesn't look like he had any success in that.
Now, like I was saying earlier, JD Smooth is an unorthodox competitor. Yes, he's a bit of a flyer. Yes, he's a bit of a lighter wrestler, but he can also brawl with the best of them. Again, though, Cory Kastle is not a stranger at all for brawling in hardcore type of matches. What this match is going to be, it's either going to be high-flying or a pure six brawl. Either way, we're in for a lot of action.
Well, knowing what Damn That Wrestling is going to bring to the table,
now there's JD Smooth, Jack with the fans, and Funky White Boy attack Cory Kastle from behind. The referee had to see that.
well, the referee unfortunately had his back turned when Funky White Boy was in the ring. He suspects something was going on, but he doesn't quite know what.
And JD Smooth again attacking Cory Kastle from behind. These hit-and-run tactics. What it does is it keeps Cory Kastle off guard and has just basically, he's getting in cheap shots where he can't fight back.
Well, Cory Kastle isn't going to give up any quarter on this one. He looks like he's right into this contest, and he's not going to take anything from either Funky White Boy or JD Smooth.
Now again, here comes the Pearl Harbor tactic, but this time Cory Kastle was ready.
JD Smooth was trying to sneak attack. He got caught in the action.
Funky White Boy and JD Smooth, they've had problems in the past. They have kind of like a love-hate relationship, as the Funky White Boy, another cheap shot with a double axe handle back on Cory Kastle. But you know what? These two are consummate professionals, and they do know what to do inside that ring.
That's for sure. One thing I can say, though, is this referee seems to be missing a little bit of the action. He seems to need to get his head into the contest himself. And if it goes on much longer, I think I might just volunteer my eyeglasses to him.
Well, he might need them, Frankie G. You know what? Not everybody has beautiful eyes like myself, so maybe they just can't see.
Well, we're not going to get into talking about your eyes because that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about Damn That's Wrestling and this great action that they're giving us tonight.
Now these guys are outside the ring, getting the ire of the audience. What they're doing is they're taking their own pace. They are basically they're dictating the action and determining what they want to do. But Cory Kastle looks like he's ascending to the top. What's he going to do? And he leaps off with a high cross body.
Well, you want to live by the sword, you die by the sword. Funky White Boy and JD Smooth. Even though this is only supposed to be a singles match with JD Smooth, they got caught on the outside and they're paying the price.
Cory Kastle has him begging off in the ring right now. He's got his back to. If you're going to do the cliches there, Frankie G, why don't you talk about taking two birds out with one stone? It's Cory Kastle with a forearm shiver to the face.
Well, you do what you want to do. I'm going to talk the way I want to. Just call this action. See if you can.
He's got a choke right now. Referees are choking him. We just saw him use the hair as a version of a sit-down powerbomb, pulling his hair down, and now he's choking him on the ropes.
And there again, you see JD Smooth bringing the referee over to the opposite side of the ring, giving his partner, Funky White Boy, a chance to get over on Cory Kastle.
Now this match right now isn't a one-on-one contest. It is really a handicap match. Because yes, Funky White Boy is out there making sure that his boy JD Smooth wins as he takes his bootlaces and rakes them across Cory Kastle's eyes.
Cory Kastle starting to show some wear in this contest. I don't quite know if he's going to have what it takes to come back, but we'll see as this develops.
There is Funky White Boy again as Cory Kastle. Well, he's not going to have a lot of fun tonight.
He certainly isn't. I don't know what his girlfriend or wife's going to have to say about this, but she's definitely not going to be happy tonight.
Irish whip to the ropes. Beautiful drop kick high right into the chin.
There you see the technical ability of JD Smooth coming into play. A picture-perfect drop kick taking Cory Kastle down to the mat. But if you notice, one thing JD Smooth isn't, he's playing to the crowd. He should be staying on top of his man.
Cory Kastle right now is in a lot of trouble. Nice punch to the face. JD Smooth does not need to do these underhanded tactics. He does have the ability to win a match on his own, but as Bobby the Brain Heenan once said, it doesn't matter if you're going to kick a guy, it's easier to kick him while he's down than when he's up.
That's for sure. That's one of the philosophies that JD Smooth lives by, and if he has a chance to take a shortcut, he's certainly going to take it.
JD Smooth seems to have a little trouble with our commentating team, Frankie G.
Well, again, I'm going to try and keep my nose out of the action. I'm out here on the side for a reason. I just want to keep it that way.
Open hand chop right to the chest. He hit him so hard he's feeling it in his own hand.
I was going to say, there's an example of somebody going to the well and hurting themselves in the process, and he goes back and he tries it again. None the better for the well.
Cory Kastle's taking back control, blocking the punch, hitting one of his own. Misses the discus, lifts him up. High atomic drop. Comes out, catches him. Reverse atomic drop. Bounces off the rope. Clothesline, taking him right off his feet. 360 there by JD Smooth.
We'll have to see if JD Smooth going for the quick cover there on the part of Cory Kastle. JD Smooth able to kick out at the 2 count, but it's just maybe a sign of things to come for JD Smooth.
Inverted Hangman's neckbreaker. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. 2 count only. I wasn't sure. Funky White Boy was sure what was going to happen in that match because he started getting in.
Well, Funky White Boy, you have to watch what he's going to do. And again, the referee has to remember that this is a singles contest, not a handicap match.
Cory Kastle returning the favor early with a knife edge chop. What people don't realize as JD Smooth hits him with a knee to the solar plexus, those knife edge chops, they do more than just sting. They actually knock the air out of you. You cannot breathe, you cannot wrestle. If you cannot wrestle, you're going to get pinned.
True words have never been spoken. If you take the air out of a man's lungs, he's lost. Forget it.
Has him in a reverse Indian deck now. He's got the neck barred. Right now, he should be bridging, I would believe, but what he's doing by not bridging, he's causing more torque on the side of the neck. By doing that, he can block the blood in the carotid artery.
And there you saw again, Funky White Boy on the outside, trying to pull the ropes out of his reach, but unsuccessfully.
Jumping the elbow, run that lower back. It seems the JD Smooth plan is to take out the lower back of Cory Kastle. That right there is the core of the body. That's where most of your strength comes from, your core and from your legs. By taking out the core, he's taking out a lot of offense with Cory Kastle.
JD Smooth is doing his best to try and immobilize his opponent. So far, it's not working, but it's taking its toll. And if he keeps up this tactic, it's eventually going to pay off for him.
There was a nice, it would have been a tag if this was a tag team match, but it's not. It's a singles match. The referee and JD Smooth and a Funky White Boy. Remember that.
Well, there's a case of JD Smooth showboating a little bit, going for the high five from his normal tag team partner.
Cory Kastle reversed that clothesline and has got a cover for 2 only. I almost thought there was 3. I think he maybe snuck it up, but JD Smooth is aware enough to get his shoulder up.
Again, that's where JD Smooth's veteran capabilities come into play. He knows what's going on in that ring. He's going to take as long as he can on that count before he kicks out and expends that energy.
High scoop body slam. Cory Kastle right now, see, he is taking too much time trying to get the fan approval as he goes for cover. 1, 2. He might have had 3 if he went down right away and got the pin, but instead he looked at the fans.
One thing that Cory Kastle's not doing in this contest is when he's going for the cover, he's not hooking the leg, and he's giving JD Smooth the opportunity to kick out.
Swinging neck breaker by Cory Kastle. JD Smooth is feeling it, but again, he waited, he paused right there, and there is Funky White Boy interfering.
Funky White Boy again interjecting himself into this match, grabbing Cory Kastle's leg and interrupting the pin combination.
Oh, that's nuts. He kicked the middle rope while Cory Kastle was straddling over it, and, well, if he was going to recover from the last kick, he's not now.
He's definitely going to have his problems as a result of that move. But again, the mat technician, JD Smooth, his ring savvy, his ring knowledge paying off and giving him the control.
He was stepping right there on the back of the neck, right on the brainstem, and then dropped the knee in the same area. What that is trying to do, if you could actually severely hurt somebody, even cripple somebody with a blow right there. But also, even if it does not hurt him bad, it can knock him senseless. As JD Smooth does a jumping knee to the face, it looks like he's setting up for what, a razor's edge? Reversal by Cory Kastle, back dropped out. Lifts him up. Looks like he's going for a Uranagi bomb. Uranagi bomb.
He planted him with that one. He's going for the cover, but JD Smooth able to kick out at the 2 count.
2 count only. Now Cory Kastle's in control. Looks like he's got his arm draped over. A couple punches to the midsection. Lifts him up for a high vertical back suplex. Oh, look. Where's Funky White Boy?
Funky White Boy again interjecting himself in. JD Smooth, because of the assistance of Funky White Boy, is able to get the 3 count. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our winner of our opening contest here tonight in Damn That's Wrestling, JD Smooth, with the assist. We have to give the assist to the Funky White Boy on the outside.
Again, this was not a tag team match. It was almost like a handicap match, 2-on-1. And the assistance of Funky White Boy assured JD Smooth is the winner of this matchup.
Well, we have to give credit where it's due. Cory Kastle, very auspicious debut here in Damn That's Wrestling. And okay, he didn't get off on a winning start, but I think we'll see him back here again sometime in the future.
You'll definitely see both these stars again someday. They're both going to be future superstars and maybe even future DTW heavyweight champions or cruiserweight champions. As Funky White Boy carries JD Smooth, the victorious JD Smooth, out on his shoulders. Just I hope JD Smooth ducks before he gets through that ring apron. I guess I asked for too much.
Yes, he forgot about the height, banged his head. Well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, you want to play games, you get caught sometimes.
Let's go back to our ring announcer.
Introducing first, from anywhere but Maryland, New Jersey, weighing in at 252 pounds, here is Big L.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Big L, a large...
Shut up.
I guess we have to babysit his drink here, Frankie G. Sorry to cut you off.
No problem. Big L wants us to mind his water for him. Well, it's not my responsibility. You took it.
Hey, you know what? I just leave it there, whatever's going on. Our referee, ladies and gentlemen, is Jimmy Clydesdale as he's checking the boots.
Big L's definitely going to have his work cut out for him today, as his opponent is another man who is no stranger to that squared circle, the one and the only Rough Rider, a man who has the ability to give Big L many problems here tonight.
Rough Rider, the biker, the brawler, just the most nasty individual. He's kind of the fan favorite here, I guess, there in DTW.
Big L taking out that sign, first slowing them down and then telling them to stop. And you see Rough Rider. Big L grabbing the mic. Let's see what he has to say.
Now Big L taking control with an open hand, a close punch and then an open hand chop.
One thing you'll notice what Big L is doing here is the fact that he knows that Rough Rider is a stiff competitor. He's taking the advantage and he tried to stay with it.
The brawling here on the outside. Here at DTW, we don't have countouts, like I said. The referees let things go because they want to see action. They want to see somebody come out. Now, Big L was thrown into the corner buckle. Basically, when human flesh hits steel, steel wins every time.
You're right about that. And again, commenting on what you said earlier about Damn That's Wrestling, they know what the fans want to see. The fans want to see hard-hitting action. They want to see a little bit of brawling. They want to see two competitors go out there and have a good match without the referee interfering in their abilities.
Well, this referee, personally, if he interferes, he'll come out a little short. But see, now Big L is running around ringside into the crowd, and Rough Rider's taking chase. Slides back in. Here comes Rough Rider in from their entranceway. Wow, this is a novel approach. Let's have the match in the ring.
Right, you're very interesting about that. But you see, Rough Ryder, he got caught. Big L set him up on that one. And as Rough Ryder was working his way back into the ring, he caught the knee from Big L.
Dropping the leg in the nether region there on Rough Ryder. Big L, both these men are veterans. Both these men have been around the block more than once. And you're going to see basically a brawl, something you're not going to see anywhere else in this professional wrestling business. And here in DTW, you're going to see two guys that really do not like each other go all out and beat each other senseless.
You're right about that. The referees are told to stay out of the way, let the competitors have at it, and we're seeing a good example of that right here with this contest.
Now Big L has Rough Ryder on the rope, and he's choking him. The referee's trying to get him to break, but he won't break it.
Well, Jimmy Clydesdale doesn't have an imposing figure in that ring. He's going to have to exert himself and let the guys know that he's the one in control.
Now Jimmy Clydesdale, though, he may be a smaller individual, but he's right there with Big L. Oh, and a kick to the nether region. We're seeing a lot of that today, Frankie G.
Yes, we are seeing a lot of that, and that's something you're going to see happening in Damn That's Wrestling because of the fact the competitors know. What about you? Work your match, take care of your opponent.
Again, they're worrying about us instead of winning. That may come back to haunt him in this matchup.
You're right about that. They need to take care of their opponents and not worry about us commentating on the outside.
Misses the big clothesline. Reverse neckbreaker by Rough Ryder. Reverse neckbreaker dropping down. Right now, he probably had C4, C5, and C6. You're feeling the effects of that shock, that hit and run attack right by Big. Cover 1, 2.
Again, you're seeing the ring savvy of these two individuals coming into play here. You know, Big L thought he was going over on Rough Ryder. Rough Ryder was able to turn around and again recapture the momentum.
Here comes Big L. He's outside the ring right next to us. Man, we have great seats here. We have to pay for these seats or they let us have them.
Hopefully they're going to be paying us, but we'll see what happens at the end of the night. All I know is I'm doing my best to stay out of their way.
I agree. These are big boys, and, you know, I'm not so tall. And these guys are big hosses. They're big, two big water buffalo going in the ring and just battling each other. And honestly, I wouldn't stand a chance. And honestly, I'm surprised these guys even stand a chance because they sit there and they beat each other as Rough Ryder blocks 3 punches, gets a trifecta of his own, picks him up for a big scoop slam. Man, he hit so hard, Jimmy Clydesdale flew up there.
Nice scoop slam on the part of Rough Ryder, taking over the bigger Big L and exerting himself into this contest.
He's saying the referee pulled his hair. I don't really know if it's possible unless you got a finger full. But, you know, that's the tactic. What it is it lets the referee know as Rough Ryder kicks him in the back. He's trying to let the referee keep him off guard as Rough Ryder's dropping those knees right into the spine.
He's got his man down and he's staying on top of him. That's one hallmark of this experience coming into play. You have your man hurt, keep on him, worsen his situation if you can, do what you can to get the victory.
Big L there went for a timeout. Obviously, there's no timeouts in professional wrestling, but it was a diversionary tactic to take the thumb of the eye. I don't care how big you are, how big of a hoss of a brother bill you are, anybody gets thumbed in the eye, and they're on equal ground.
You're right about that. Competitors of this nature, they need their vision to be able to know what's going on, to know where their opponent is.
Two count only.
Very arrogant cover there on the part of Big L, just putting his boot in the chest of Rough Ryder. And again, giving Rough Ryder the ability to kick out.
Here comes Big L. He's on the top rope, sitting on. Oh, but he was distracted. Again, he was looking at us, Frankie G, and Rough Ryder took advantage of that.
I noticed that. He was looking down at us. Rough Ryder took the advantage, saw what was happening, and went after Big L and caught him in the corner.
Punch to the midsection. Big L is definitely feeling that. What happens when you hit somebody in the midsection, especially when they're not expecting it to brace for it, they don't breathe out, it knocks the air out of them.
That's right. You take away the breath, you take away their ability to fight back.
Dropping 2 big elbows, goes for the cover. Referee comes out, 1, 2. 2 count, and he got both shoulders up. That's kind of a new thing.
It certainly was, but again, Rough Ryder didn't have a good hook on the leg, giving Big L the ability to use his weight against Rough Ryder and get out of that predicament.
Personally, though, I think Rough Ryder knew that Big L was not. Oh, he missed the chair, reflected off, and then he does a Mafia kick, a Yakuza kick to the chair into Rough Ryder's head.
There's again coming into play where you have to be careful when you bring to eject a weapon into the contest. Sometimes you get caught yourself, and that weapon comes back to haunt you.
2 count, and Rough Ryder kicked out. I do not know how he kicked out. What a lot of people do not realize, when you're inside that ring, counting when you're being pinned, it takes a lot of energy to get out of there. You only have so much energy, so much adrenaline and everything going. When you have to kick out, it actually tires you out, which is more effort. Now Big L brings back the chair, brings him to the ropes, Irish whip to the corner, reversal. Rough Ryder comes to the other corner, looks like he's going to charge in. Oh, and Big L takes the chair and introduces it to Rough Ryder's face.
That was what we call a sick move on the part of Big L, but it was very effective. You see Rough Ryder on his back in the ring.
Now what is happening? Big L has put the chair and rested it calmly and firmly on the Rough Ryder's face as he ascends to the top turnbuckle. He's had a little trouble getting up there. Drops. Oh, the Puerto Rican jam right on the chair, right on Rough Ryder's face.
I think we may have seen the conclusion of this contest. Jimmy Clydesdale over checking out Rough Ryder. Big L, though, injured himself on that move himself.
He goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, 3.
My eyes hurt, by the way.
This commentator and Big L as he won his own matchup. Big L, don't forget your water. Again, ladies and gentlemen, by using the chair and the Puerto Rican jam off the top rope, Big L is the winner of this matchup.
Big L pulled it out. He had a tough competitor in there when he had Rough Ryder, but he was able to use the chair and secure the win for himself.
Any comments here, Big L, since you're right here by a commentator table?
That's about it.
Well, go have fun there tonight. Another great match here. Dan, that's wrestling. Big L bringing out the win with a Puerto Rican jam off the top rope.
Also, I'd like to take a moment to point out to our fans, coming up here this evening, our main event. We have one of those contests that Dan, that's wrestling is famous for, as Tommy Force will be joining forces with Patch, the big man from the punishment area, as they take on the combination of Tommy Golden and Crazed, 2 favorites here in DTW.
Let's go back to our ring announcer.
And tonight we have a DTW raffle girl, Jenny, and she will be going around for anyone who is interested in purchasing tickets. So please, get your DTW raffle tickets tonight before this evening concludes.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are for our third match this evening. Coming down right now, somebody we've seen earlier out today, he's the Funky White Boy.
Now Funky White Boy's coming out, and of course, who's coming out with him but his tag team partner, the other half of the team known as Self-Employed, JD Smooth, who we saw victorious a little bit earlier this evening in his contest against Cory Kastle.
Now again, it's 2-on-1. This is not going to be scheduled for a tag team match. It is Funky White Boy taking on just a great superstar in Joey Spades, and I just see a travesty of justice happening.
Joey Spades is a mainstay here in Damn That's Wrestling. Funky White Boy's going to have his hands full, that's for sure, because Joey Spades has the ability, the knowledge, and the savvy to put him on his back.
One thing good about Joey Spades, he's just not some regular kid. This guy's got style.
That's for sure. You can't ignore the style of Joey Spades.
Now Funky White Boy getting the ire of the crowd again. Him and JD Smooth do not seem to be very popular here in Damn That's Wrestling or in Vineland, New Jersey. As, wow, I hope he did not pay for dancing school.
Well, if his parents sent him to dancing school, they wasted their money. And here's JD Smooth with the mic again.
I think he's making fun of the lingual skills here. Did I just make up a word? Well, I don't care. The lingual skills here in Vineland, New Jersey.
Once again, JD Smooth definitely not endearing himself to the crowd here in Vineland.
As the Vineland crowd gets ready for Joey Spades, this is a treat. I've seen Funky White Boy. He can fly. Joey Spades, firstly, every time he's in the wrestling ring, we got to call air traffic control just so you know it's not an unidentified flying object. It's Joey Spades in the ring.
Yeah, Joey Spades also has that martial arts background, which he uses in his matches. Funky White Boy may have his hands full here tonight.
Now, I may have to call a spade, but I think in the aerial department, Joey Spade has the advantage. But of course, you cannot count out the experience of Funky White Boy or the fact he has his tag team partner out there with him.
Again, we're going to have to see if JD Smooth tries to interject himself into this contest, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does.
Now, I don't know if Joey Spades thinks he's going to ace this match or what, but either way, we're in for a great contest.
We're in for a very tough contest here. Two high flyers in action, and ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get when you
This is what movie.
Texas Mike Walker is the referee.
I got his back.
He weighs 180 pounds, and he is accompanied by his tag team partner, JD Smooth. Here is Funky White Boy.
Funky White Boy wanting the referee to raise his arm in victory before this contest even starts. And we know Joey Spades isn't going to stand for that.
He weighs 150 pounds. Here is Joey Spades.
The very popular Joey Spades has definitely endeared himself to this audience, and anybody who sees this guy in action, they're definitely going to be fans of this guy. He's a high flyer. He can do anything. He can do amazing things inside that ring.
Joey Spades is definitely a sentimental fan favorite here, hailing right from here in Vineland. That gives him the advantage for sure.
There's the bell, and the match goes on the way. Joey Spades early trying to get the crowd behind him.
Seems to me the Funky White Boy is going to try wrestling in his ring gear.
Well, I'm not sure if that's the gear. I've seen him wear other gear. Maybe it's because it's cold here in Vineland, New Jersey. As Funky White Boy joins with the fans, he seems to be stalking Joey Spade. Oh, come on. Doing the stalling tactics here. Funky White Boy, again, what he's doing is slowing down the pace, knowing that Joey Spades is a high flyer, a very fast competitor. Nice martial arts roundhouse kick. Forearm to the face. Second forearm shiver. Irish whip to the ropes. Comes out. Back elbow. Driving the point of the elbow right into the chest. Now again, Funky White Boy and JD Smooth are outside. They're taking their breath. You're getting their air back. They're discussing strategy. They're slowing the pace down again. Joey Spade is a very fast individual, but if you can't get to 0 to 60, you can't go fast.
JD Smooth and Funky White Boy taking advantage of the fact that they're very well versed here with DTW, and they know the referee is going to give them a chance out there to talk, slow down the pace of the match, and get their strategy together.
It is definitely something when it comes to taking advantage of the rules. Here in DTW with no countouts, we can take more of a breather. We don't have to worry about getting counted out.
That's for sure. It gives these guys a tremendous edge when they go out there because they know that if they need a braver, they can go out there and take it.
The referee admonishing Funky White Boy. Man, with both these guys being out here is confusing. Now again, Joey Spades trying to get the crowd behind him. The collar and elbow tie up. Takes the arm. Wrenches it down. Taking wrist control, putting pressure on that wrist. Reversal by Funky White Boy. Leap, spring off by Joey Spade. Again, ring out, takes, sweeps the leg, goes to cover. 1, 2. Joey Spade reverses it. 1, 2. 2 count only. This is where the speed of Joey Spade comes in handy. I do not know if Funky White Boy can stay with this pace.
You're right about that. Funky White Boy, no stranger to a fast-paced match, but Joey Spades, he's dictating a very, very, very quick pace here.
Joey Spade took his time. He took way too much time, and unfortunately there was a shot lower to the south of the border. And he's taking now, introducing Joey Spade to all, looks like all 4 corners. Yes, all 4 corners. No, I was wrong. Joey Spade blocks it. Elbow to the midsection. 1, 2, 3, trifecta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop it. Wow. Hit him 10 times, and it looks like Funky White Boy hit himself 1 other time.
He certainly did, but that's the advantage that Joey Spades picked up by taking control of the contest. Again, he might be young, but he has a tremendous background in wrestling. He knows what he's doing in there, and that came into play.
Up to the rope, drop down, leapfrog. Oh! What happened right there? As I think Funky White Boy, I think he was setting up for one thing, and JD Smooth out there is talking to him, and Kid Spade was setting up for another. They seemed to clash in the middle, and both wrestlers felt that one.
You're right, both were going for an offensive move, and you saw it was just a collision in the middle of the ring.
That happens here sometimes in professional wrestling. As JD Smooth, what he's bringing us to us. Again, what do they have to pay attention to us? They should be paying attention. But of course, what he uses us as a distraction, as JD Smooth choked out Joey Spade, and now Funky White Boy is doing the same.
It's exactly what he was doing. He was distracting the referee, giving JD Smooth the chance to interject himself into the contest. And again, we're seeing a handicap match. It should have been a single.
Went for a high vertical back suplex, lifts him up, dropping him in the back suplex.
See, Joey Spades is definitely not out of this contest, and he has the ability to take things over again, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Big Roots go from behind, duck under, takes him down amateur wrestling style, floats around, takes control, and he's taking those forearm shivers, that elbow, and dropping to the back of the head of Funky White Boy.
You're right about that, and I just have to take a moment to remind everybody that we still have a lot of great action coming up tonight. Also, our next scheduled contest will be Chio against a man who has been trying to gain a victory here in DTW, and so far he's been unsuccessful. The one and only Breaker Morant.
A quick roll-up by Funky White Boy on JD Smooth. Sorry about interrupting you there, Frankie G. There was a quick roll-up and a double axe handle. JD Smooth taking back control.
You're right. JD Smooth, again, helping out his partner, Funky White Boy, giving him the ability to take over the control of the match again and put Joey Spade on the defensive.
Drop kick off the top rope. This match is a bit of a tennis match. Back and forth action. Nobody really has any real time where they're in control. It's kind of like watching a football game where both football teams give up the advantage, and it's just back and forth. By seeing these guys right now, this is the first time I actually think with Funky White Boy in control there was any sustained offense.
You're right about that, but again, what is he doing? He's getting in the case of the referee, giving Joey Spades a chance to recuperate and get his legs back under him.
Right now, distracting the referee, and there's JD Smooth. JD Smooth is taking advantage of the referee's distraction by choking out Joey Spades.
Not only is he choking him out, but he also has him draped over the rope, giving him the ability that if he does have a chance to get some breath in, he's got nowhere to put it because he's tight against the rope.
Referee admonishing JD Smooth as Funky White Boy picks. What would happen? Oh! Joey Spade has him up for an airplane spin. Drops him down face first into an airplane spin into a flapjack.
Joey Spade's definitely planning Funky White Boy on that one. Now what we have to do is see if he has what it takes to move over and get the pin.
By spinning him around, both wrestlers got dizzy. They both need to recover. When you can't, basically, if you're flying around and your head's spinning, you can't really focus on where you're going. But it looks like Joey Spade is back in control, lifts him up, takes the rope, drops him with a head and arm suplex.
Very nice suplex on the part of Joey Spades.
But then there's JD Smooth again, interfering in the match.
One thing you'll notice about Joey Spades, when he pulls a move like that, it's pretty much textbook. you can teach people how to do it by watching Joey Spades in action. He's that much of a technician.
It was a very crisp head and arm suplex. JD Smooth kicks off into a tornado DDT.
Definitely taking its toll on Joey Spades. They're both in front of us in the ring now. Looks like Funky White Boy is making it back up to his feet. But there he goes after the referee, giving JD Smooth a chance to get back into the ring.
The referee has to hear something going on. What is he doing? Both wrestlers in the ring. This is not a handicap match.
Again, DTW will give him the flexibility, but Joey Spades turning that around, going for the double pin, and he gets it. Joey Spades victorious.
What happened? He did a reverse DDT, dropping the head of both wrestlers, hitting them out, knocking them out just temporarily enough to get the 3 count. Awesome action. This time the interference backfired for Funky White Boy and JD Smooth. The winner of this match, Joey Spade.
I'm being told in my ear that the production shop seems to have some video they want us to take a look at. They apparently caught up with Chio and Breaker Morant earlier today. Let's take a look at this footage and see what they had to say.
I know we have this match tonight here going on between us. I know we're good friends. We've been friends for a long time. And he's been on a kind of a losing streak here in DTW. I don't want to throw that in your face or anything.
Yeah.
But tonight between us, I hope you don't take it as offense, but you're not going to use me as a stepping stone, all right? Because we boys, but...
Hey.
We cool like that, though,
whatever
right?
happens, happens.
Yeah, it's all good, right?
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, all right. Like I said, don't
All
think you're gonna use me as a stepping stone.
Hey,
Let's better pack a lunch.
You never know.
All right?
All right.
I gotta get ready. I'll talk to you
I'll
later.
see you out there.
All right.
All right. Okay. We'll see about that one.
Footage puts a very interesting slant on our next contest as we're seeing 2 individuals, Chio Frost, Breaker Morant, who have traveled the roads together. They have a background together. They seem to be friends from the way they were talking back in that hallway. It puts an interesting slant on the fact that are we going to see a clean contest here between 2 friends, or exactly what's going to happen?
Now again, as you were saying earlier, this match, is it between 2 friends? I don't know. I always was told that no matter what you are in the back, inside that ring, you're mortal enemies.
Well, we also saw that Breaker Morant had a little bit of a strange look on his face as Chio Frost was working his way back into the locker room to get changed and get ready for this contest. So it should be interesting to see what develops as this goes on.
Now these are 2 wrestlers nobody here in DTW has to have any introduction to. There's the very popular Chio Frost. The man, he's just, what can I say? Honestly, he's awesome inside that ring. He's a fan favorite. Whether they love him or hate him, he's a star here in DTW.
One other factor that's coming into play in this contest is the fact that Breaker Morant is an individual who has been here in DTW since the very inception. He was here from the start, and in that time, he has not been able to get his first win here in DTW. He's been on a bit of a schneid. He's hoping to break that tonight.
Breaker Morant, he's definitely a capable individual, definitely a capable competitor. He has the ability to not only win any match, but win any championship here in DTW. It's just right now, I guess, I don't know if it's his game plan or if it's just the bad luck or whatever it is, but right now he has not won a match here in DTW, but it's going to be coming, I'm sure, very soon, any day now, and maybe this match, maybe the next match, probably even, who knows, he's going to show everybody what he can do and start a winning streak.
Breaker Morant is an individual that's been in there with some of the biggest names in this business. He just hasn't been able to get untracked here in DTW.
He is a very talented individual, has wrestled all over, has a lot of experience. He's definitely not a rookie. Sometimes in this business, things just do not go your way. But that's why you keep going out there, because you never know what's going to happen.
He goes out there with a positive attitude, thinking he's going to win every contest, and he just hasn't been successful yet here in DTW.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our next contest of the evening. Introducing first, to my left. Covering Pennsylvania, weighing at 260 pounds, here is Chio, Ruff. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing this opponent for this evening, from Australia, weighing at 226 pounds, here is Ryder.
It does seem that both wrestlers do have their fans here, and a few detractors, but both wrestlers have their fans here. Hopefully this will be a nice scientific matchup.
You're right about that. Fans are split in this contest because they've been behind both of these competitors as DTW has come along. And they both have their fans, their detractors. Should be interesting to see what happens as this contest unfolds in front of us.
See, this is what I like to see. A nice handshake, a nice scientific matchup. Right now, this isn't about brawls. This isn't about personal. This is just competition. Two guys who want to prove who's better than the other.
Competition and pride coming into play in this contest, no doubt about that.
Nice arm drag by Breaker Morant, showing those skills we alluded to earlier.
I expect to see, like you said, a nice scientific contest, a lot of wrestling action, probably a lot of good mat action as we see Chio Frost taking over Breaker Morant with the arm drag, but giving them a chance to feel things out.
Again, it seems to be almost a game of one-upmanship. Whatever you can do, I can do better, as both may go for Colorado tie-up. Fireman's carry, takedown. Oh, and there's a reversal. Again, a game of one-upmanship. What you can do, I can do also.
I expect to see a lot of that during this contest. Again, two guys who have been traveling the road together, who know each other very well. Their styles are fairly similar, so it should be a very, very interesting and a very hard-fought contest.
Unfortunately, though, often in these type of situations, with these guys being friends, sometimes tempers even basically show their ugly head. But hopefully, these guys, like I said, it's a beautiful side headlock by Breaker Morant and a reversal into a top wrist lock by by Chio Frost. Again, reversal. Both these guys, just hopefully they keep it clean, and I want to see basically who's the better man is.
Right now, Breaker Morant has been proving to be a little bit stronger than Chio Frost, but that could just be an illusion as well. It just could be the way that they were working the holds.
That is true. It's not just strength, it's positioning, it's angles, it's all kinds of things inside that ring, as Breaker Morant once again has Chio on the headlock.
Now, a lot of people might look at that headlock and say, well, what's the big deal? But it's giving you can't hear things properly, it's throwing off your equilibrium, maybe even giving you a little bit of vertigo. So Chio Frost might be suffering the effects of that.
A version of a Japanese arm drag by Breaker Morant onto Chio Frost. Rest him to the ropes, reversal, drops down, jumps over, catches him, and drops him first for a flapjack.
Very tough maneuver on the receiving end of that. Breaker Morant's paying the price now, showing the toll, and Chio Frost is moving over to keep up the offensive.
Chio Frost picking him up by his hair. I hope that hair's washed. It does look kind of greasy. Drops him down for a slam. Looks like he's going to the corner. He's on the first, second. Now he's sitting on the top turnbuckle. He's going to drop down with probably an elbow or a headbutt. No, misses that leg drop.
And you notice the fans are pretty quiet during this contest, but it's not because they're not enjoying it. It's because of the fact that they're seeing a hard-fought battle in front of them, a very evenly matched contest, and both of these two have been favorites here in DTW, so the fans are just sitting back and enjoying a very hard-fought match.
Also, both men being fan favorites. As Breaker Morant for a Fisherman Buster and Count the Bridge for 2 count only. Both men are fan favorites here, and I guess, you really don't want to choose sides.
You're right about that, and the fans know that. They've been behind both of these competitors, and they're not about to try and influence the outcome of this match. They're just going to sit back, enjoy, and watch.
Oh, first sign of some dirty play there. There was some choking on the ropes. I know the rules are a little lenient here in DTW, but that's the first sign of a little something, a little bit out of the scientific range.
Well, you still have to do what you have to do to win the contest, and both of these competitors know it. I'm sure that if they had the advantage, they're going to press it. That's just part of the game. They are, after all, competitors. They've been up and down the circuit, so they know what's going on in there, and they're not about to just hand their opponent the win because they want to be a nice guy.
Some aggressive tactics, dropping him, pulling him down, dropping him right on his head. Some aggressive tactics by Breaker Morant. I think he has right now his mindset. He knows what he's doing. He's going for cover 1-2, 2 count only. I think right now he knows what he did wrong. He was watching the tapes, obviously, of DTW, and he's taking advantage of what his past mistakes, making them his current strengths, and now he's making sure he's going to win this match.
Breaker Morant's doing whatever he can to break that losing streak and get on the winning side here in DTW.
There's an old expression, and it goes as you see Breaker Morant going for the sleeper hold, trying to take the blood and block off the blood going to the brain, to the carotid artery. There's an old expression, though. It doesn't matter how you win or lose. All they care are the W or the L's in the record book.
Well, you're right about that, and that's something that DTW is famous for, the fact that we want to see good, hard competition inside that ring. And let me also mention that if you're watching this and you've never been to a live DTW event, you want to make sure that if you see one announced for your area, that you get tickets and come out and see it live, because there's nothing like being right here this close to the action.
As Breaker Morant still has that reverse chinlock, he turned that sleeper into a reverse chinlock. How do people here, out there in TV land, get DTW action, and how do they know about upcoming shows?
Well, the easiest way for you to do that is to visit our website, our World Wide Web home, by typing into their browser dtwrestling.fws1.com, and that'll take you right to the Damn That's Wrestling website.
On that website, there's all kinds of profiles, all different names of the stars, upcoming shows. There's even something that's coming, I believe, it's called Damn TV.
You're right about that, and we're just watching this. That's the reason why we're here, while I've been recruited to do the commentary, and they brought you in to help me along with that. And that's one of the hallmarks, that Damn That's Wrestling is doing things that a lot of other promotions out there just aren't bothering with, because we're trying to make sure that the fans leave happy.
Now we see both wrestlers are down. Both wrestlers have taken the toll, the beatings they have dished out. You see a little bit more of an aggressive streak on Breaker Morant, but you know, psychologically, that losing streak, whether it's 1, 2, 7, 24, that does play on you, and you do want to get that coveted victory.
Breaker Morant knows what he's capable of inside that squared circle. He hasn't shown it here so far in Damn That's Wrestling, and he's looking to change that. He's an up-and-comer. He's been experienced. He knows what he has to do in there. And yes, if he gets a little aggressive, he's going to live with that decision.
Breaker right now, he's trying to get the approval of the fans. What he's doing is he's trying to get his energy flowing, his adrenaline going. By getting the adrenaline pumping, it blocks out those pain receptors, allowing him to control, but he goes for a punch. Chio Frost blocks it twice. Here's a trifecta. Lifts him up. And a nice body slam, planting him directly into center of the ring.
I felt that when he planted him so hard on that move.
You hear the fans now getting excited behind Chio Frost. He ascends to the second turnbuckle, sitting on the top. He is taking his time. Again, I know Breaker has not had the best win-loss record here at DTW, but he's a very capable competitor, and it shows right there that Breaker took advantage of his indiscretion of climbing up to the top rope and taking his time, and now he's in control. Breaker Morant now. He's ascending look. He's going up with him. Might be set up for what? A superplex? Oh, he's at the top. He's on the very top. Pounding on his head into a Huracan Rana, made famous by Mexican wrestler Huracan Kastle. The reversal, 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears the winner of this match, Chio Frost, the winner of this match, taking advantage of the momentum brought over by the Huracan Rana of Breaker Morant, hitting with a sunset flip and getting a 3 count.
Chio Frost managed to pull that one out. Breaker Morant looked like he had the advantage. He was going in for the Huracan Rana. He got the move, planted it successfully, but the momentum of Chio Frost took him over and was able to give him the ability to get the 1-2-3, engage the pinfall, and once again, Breaker Morant still winless here in Damn That's Wrestling.
Now again, both competitors seeing a nice little exchange of pleasantries, showing sportsmanship there. Breaker Morant showing sportsmanship, lifting up the winner, Chio Frost's hand. They are still, what? What is he doing? What is he doing? That's his friend.
I think what we're seeing here is the frustration of this long losing streak taking its toll on Breaker Morant. He knows what happened in there. He went in against a friend, lost the match, and now he's venting his frustrations, and Chio Frost, unfortunately, is on the receiving end.
Introducing Chio Frost to that ring bell, that solid steel ring bell with a board on the outside. It does not give when hitting the human skull.
Again, steel against flesh, the steel is going to win every single time.
He's on the second turnbuckle.
Turn around. Chio, turn around.
I don't think anymore that Breaker Morant has the exception of the fans, drops down, and it hits him right in the back of the head with that ring bell.
Well, the frustration's taking its toll on Breaker Morant. We're seeing something that I think is very uncharacteristic. He wanted to congratulate Chio Frost, or so we thought, and then he blindsided him, lulled him into a false sense of security, and took over, and now what's he going to do?
Drop kick into that corner. As we see, Chio Frost is busted open. The proverbial crimson mask, as Chio Frost bleeding inside the ring as a vicious sneak attack by his own friend, Breaker Morant. Now he's taking that ring bell and he's raking it across his face, trying to bust him open even more.
I'm sorry, Jaden, you hate to see this happen between two friendly competitors, but that's what happens when they get in the heat of battle. One has this big schneid weighing on his mind, a big losing streak, and this is what the results are.
Here comes the DTW Zebras, the referees now trying to get Breaker Morant out of the ring, trying to save Chio Frost from any more damage.
Breaker Morant moving along behind us. I don't know if he's done yet. I have to worry about what effect this is going to have on Chio Frost. Is he okay? He doesn't look like he's moving. I mean, the one leg is moving a little bit, but he's not responding so far to the referees. So we can only hope that Chio Frost is going to survive this. Back, getting ready for the second half of tonight's DTW card. Back at ringside with Jaden.
Again, I'm here with the Outlaw Frankie G as we see referee Jimmy Clydesdale in the ring as we're getting ready for the second half of action.
We're going to see an interesting contest here. I don't know a lot about one of the competitors, Bad Boy, but I know he has a track record. He's coming to us from WWC, World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico. And he has a following from there, and he's going to be in there against a very unpredictable competitor in the one and the only Problem Child.
World Wrestling Council is the premier wrestling federation in Puerto Rico. They are the top of the line with their superstars like Carlos Colon, Abdullah Butcher, and Bad Boy is on the top of the line right there with one of the best in the federation. He comes here to DTW with a reputation for just extreme, beautiful wrestling. Sitting here bringing it into DTW, showing everybody what he can do.
Looks like Bad Boy making his way out to the ring now, has a second. I'm not quite sure who he is, but it's probably his interpreter.
He's coming out with his escort, Bad Boy, inside the ring as he's coming in the top turnbuckle. Coming in the top turnbuckle, Bad Boy from Puerto Rico.
Again, coming to us from the World Wrestling Council. This is not the first time we've seen WWC talent here in Damn That's Wrestling. As the last card, they had Jose Rivera Jr., former WWC Universal Champion, as he made his debut here in Damn That's Wrestling.
The World Wrestling Council has had the top stars in professional wrestling, just like here in Damn That's Wrestling, bringing in not just the guys from this area, but all over the world, Puerto Rico, United States, Mexico, Canada, bringing everybody in so you see the best action here in DTW.
I think we can say that we're going to see a very interesting contest here with Problem Child. I think we can describe him as a bit of a wild child.
I'm not too sure there, Frankie G. I probably apologize. I'm having a little technical difficulties, but Problem Child is a Vineland native. He is definitely more insane than just about anybody here in DTW.
I can definitely say that I think that Problem Child's hearing different entrance music than the rest of us are listening to, but whatever music's playing inside his head, it seems to work for him because he has a very good record here in DTW. And now let's take things back to our ring announcer, Norberto Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is scheduled for one fall, 1 minute time limit. Introducing first, making his DTW debut of the WWC World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico, weighing in at 230 pounds, here is El Chico Malo, Bad Boy.
Fans definitely aren't taking to Bad Boy as he stands there in the corner of the ring.
And introducing his opponent, on my right, he weighs in at 148 pounds, and from Amityville, New York, here is Problem Child.
Here is again, Vineland native Problem Child, the fan favorite definitely here in DTW. The man knows what he's doing because the voices in his head say so.
You're right about that. Again, he's hearing voices that the rest of us can't hear.
Thank you for the assist there, Problem Child, as he rings the bell. He's also arguing with referee Jimmy Clydesdale. He wants him to check Bad Boy to see if he has any foreign objects. Bad Boy, an international competitor. I guess Puerto Rico is about as international as you can get if you've ever been there.
You're right about that. Bad Boy coming in here with that WWC heritage behind him, and we expect to see a very, very good competitor inside that squared circle.
Bad Boy, he is a larger individual in this match. He definitely has the strength advantage, the weight advantage. He's got a collar and elbow tie-up and pushes Problem Child down. You're seeing the strength and size advantage, the leverage, basically every advantage but speed. You're seeing in the Puerto Rican Bad Boy. Another collar and elbow tie-up. Jock for position, pushes Problem Child to the back. Do we want to say clean break? Oh, but see, that speed I was talking about. Problem Child's speed. As he does, a sit down. Arm drag. Arm drag, I'm sorry. Hip toss. Drop kick. You're seeing the speed advantage and the, well, you know what? This is actually a handicap match because there's like 6 or 7 personalities there with Problem Child.
You're right about that, and each one has its own separate voice, and I feel sorry for Jimmy Clydesdale trying to keep up with this contest because it's not like he has 2 competitors in there, it's like he has 10.
10 distinct personalities, and not just Problem Child himself. Then there's the Puerto Rican Bad Boy, the experienced superstar from the island of Puerto Rico.
One thing you know about WWC wrestling is the fact that it's very, very competitive. We've seen some real strong competitors coming out of the island of Puerto Rico, including Carlito Colon and his son, the Caribbean cruel one, and we won't talk about him.
That's Carlos Colon, the Puerto Rican legend. Now I see a test of strength, but the Puerto Rican Bad Boy will have none of it, as he does a nice little kick to the midsection and the open hand punch. Closed hand punch, whatever you want to call it. It was a punch either way, it was effective. Irish whip and a clothesline, hooking clothesline, driving Problem Child down to the mat.
Problem Child definitely showing the effects of that. He's hearing a couple of extra voices right now.
You might even be hearing his ears ringing from that clothesline. Beautiful kick to the back area, the lower back area of Problem Child. Working on that back. Basically, if he's taking out that back, Problem Child won't be able to do this high flying and those very fast holds. Basically, keeping him down, evening up the speed, and keeping it so Bad Boy has an advantage. Now using those ropes and choking him.
Again, referee Jimmy Clydesdale giving him the leeway to do what he has to. But now we see the second out on the outside getting involved in this contest. Again, it's like a handicap match.
Again, you've seen outside interference, but referee Jimmy Clydesdale seems to come up a little short right now. Again, you know what? It must be my eyes.
They might think we were trying to interfere in the contest or something. Everybody keeps pointing us out.
Bad Boy now is using the ropes, using the shin bone of his leg to choke Problem Child, taking the air out. Like I said earlier, if you cannot breathe, you cannot wrestle. He's taking his foot, putting it in. Right now, the Puerto Rican Bad Boy is using the underhanded tactics, a lot of things that you learn on the island of Puerto Rico. In the World Wrestling Council and in Puerto Rican wrestling, it's kind of like a Puerto Rican luchador style. It's a lot different than what you're expecting with the high-flying luchador style. You're going to see a lot more hard-hitting, strong style, more blood, more violence, more of the extreme holds. You're going to see things right now where people are going to get hurt. There's not as much flying, but there's a lot more brutality in Puerto Rican luchador.
Well, you can see Bad Boy took Problem Child right out of his top shirt. I just hope you don't see any more clothes shed here.
Taking off, well, it's like they're reading your mind there. He's taking off the shirt of Problem Child and an open hand chop to the exposed flesh.
You notice Bad Boy used the shirt to blind Problem Child, but I don't know if that's a handicap or a help for Problem Child.
That is true, but now Problem Child, they must have broken up at least one of the personalities, returning the favor with a couple knife edge chops. Here comes number 3, dropping the Puerto Rican Bad Boy down. He hit him so hard, even his own hand is stinging. As you see Bad Boy begging off in the corner.
Problem Child isn't one of the biggest individuals we're going to see in the squared circle, but I think some of his personalities are about 10 foot tall.
Pulling him out of the corner, dropping that high elbow right into the midsection, dropping into that bread basket. Snapmare over, and returning the favor of that kick into the lower back. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Referee Jimmy Clydesdale, 2 only.
You heard that kick from Problem Child echoing throughout the building here. Problem Child, again, knows what he's doing in there.
Problem Child using his forearm shivers, taking the elbow, which is a UFC, an ultimate fighting mixed martial arts mold, and went for a Hurricane Rana, but Bad Boy drops it into a sit-down Tiger Bomb.
Definitely, Problem Child got caught in that one. His own offensive move turned against him.
As you see Bad Boy now, regaining his composure from that earlier attack. High leg drop right across the throat. Goes to the cover. Has a leg hook. 1, 2. 2 count only.
Well, Problem Child still in this contest. He was able to kick out on that one. He's taken a little bit of punishment here, but he's still not going to be counted out.
Now using the bottom rope to his advantage, choking out the air, Problem Child, keeping it out. And there comes his assistant, his second out there. I did not get his name, unfortunately, but he interfered, causing Problem Child some more damage. But Problem Child is coming back with a couple of kicks. Well, like we said earlier, it doesn't matter who you are or what's your size. A thumb to the eyes or a front of the eye will definitely even it out. And he did the same thing to referee Jimmy Clydesdale.
I'm surprised Jimmy Clydesdale let him get away with that. I mean, the referees do have some discretion as far as their abilities here, and damn, that's wrestling. But I guess he wanted to see this contest go on.
Sitting down on his lower back and pulling up on his chin with a modified camel clutch, made famous by the original Sheik. Also continually made famous by other professional wrestlers as he drops down the elbow right on his back, doing the same with the knee. Again, working on that lower back, trying to show Problem Child, trying to get, I totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just, there's so much going on, but he's working on Problem Child's lower back and trying to take out that high-flying offense.
You know, Jaden, I didn't think the Problem Child's voices were contagious.
I know, I'm hearing something in my ear. I thought at first it was in my headset, but it might be in my head. Who knows? Insanity might be contagious.
Well, I'm getting a little feedback in my own headset, so I can somewhat sympathize with you on that.
Goes for the cover. 1, 2. 2 count only. Problem Child get the shoulder up.
And you can see that Jimmy Clydesdale is recuperated. He's back into this contest, calling those falls, staying right on top of the action here.
Bad Boy taking a nice nice punch to the face. Again, working on Problem Child, taking that knee and driving it to the temple.
He's doing what he can to rough up Problem Child and administer as much punishment as he can, because every kick, every punch, every slap takes its toll on Problem Child.
I was worried about Bad Boy first, coming from Puerto Rico with jet lag, even though they're on the same time zone. Nothing, that airplane, being on a plane takes a lot out of you as Problem Child hits with that beautiful tornado DDT off the top rope. But it does not look he's going to have that jet lag, but he may have lag from that DDT.
You're right about that. Problem Child administering some very effective offense here, taking its toll on Bad Boy.
Problem Child ascends. It's going to look like he's going up to the top. Yeah, he's all the way to the top turnbuckle. Dropping a beautiful leg drop across the throat.
Problem Child going for the cover, but you can see Bad Boy able to really throw him off almost out of the ring as he avoided the 3 count.
This is what Problem Child needs to be doing against a much larger competitor. He needs to be just stick and move, hitting the offense, hitting what he can, and just moving around, not letting Puerto Rican Bad Boy get on track, and just, there's an exchange. This is what he should not be doing right now, is exchanging any kind of fisticuffs with the much larger competitor.
If Problem Child tries to trade blows with Bad Boy, based on the size difference, Problem Child's going to come out on the losing end of this contest. He has to stay with his match. He has to keep his bigger opponent off of his feet and keep control of the match that way.
Bad Boy using the second rope, lynching back again, working on that back region, the spine. If he cannot use his back properly, he cannot jump off the top rope, he cannot fly. Dropping that high body slam. Again, knocking referee Jimmy Clydesdale. He slammed him so hard it actually jumped Clydesdale right in the air.
Clydesdale's bouncing over here in the corner, and here we see Bad Boy going up to the top.
Now, this may be unfamiliar territory, Bad Boy. Doesn't seem to be sending there as quickly as Problem Child did, and Problem Child took advantage of his indiscretion and dropped him down, let him drop, well, Puerto Rico first onto the top, and now he's climbing to the top. Sets up. Looks like he was set up for a Hurricane Rana, but Bad Boy pushed him off, reversing that hold, dropping in Problem Child face first. Sunset flip. Goes for cover. Reversal out. And Problem Child hits the kick to the face. Goes for cover. 1, 2. 2 count only. I thought that was the end. I thought with that kick, he might have caught Bad Boy off guard. He got a quick 3 count, but Bad Boy seems to be back in control. Problem Child crawling through the legs. Grabs those tights. Goes for a schoolboy. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Problem Child using the ropes to his advantage. Getting a 3 count on the much larger individual, Bad Boy.
Problem Child was definitely able to use Bad Boy's own weight against him as he came out victorious in this contest.
The very popular Problem Child coming out with a victory against the much more experienced and international competitor, Bad Boy. But Bad Boy is not taking it lightly. He may have gotten the victory in this battle, but it's the war that matters. What is he going to do? Stuffed jackknife powerbomb by Bad Boy on a Problem Child.
He planted Problem Child on that one. That was just pure energy on the part of Bad Boy, using his size, using his strength to his advantage. And here he goes again. He's got Problem Child up, plants him in the ring again, as his second just looks on and approves of what he's seeing out of Bad Boy. The referee Jimmy Clydesdale is doing his best to get Bad Boy out of the ring, and it looks like he's finally succeeded as Bad Boy is going to make his way back to the locker room. Still, though, coming out on the losing end of this contest. Additional referees coming out of the back, they're going to try and aid and make sure that we've seen the last of the action between these two.
Problem Child may have came out the winner of this matchup, but he does not look like the winner right now, as the referees, the Zebras, are checking on him right now to make sure he's okay.
Well, I'm sure they're going to attend to Problem Child. He's getting to his own feet. He's a little wobbly, but that's somewhat normal for him anyway.
You know what? Maybe he helped him out with those power bombs. Maybe he knocked a few voices loose.
You never know what could happen. He might actually be back there talking about the rain in Spain.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this hard-fought contest, Problem Child.
You know, Jaden, before we go any further, I want to take a moment to thank a couple of the sponsors that are very, very instrumental in making sure that Damn That's Wrestling keeps coming to you at every opportunity. First, I'd like to thank Vineland's premier car wash, the Sparkle Clean Car Wash at 2611 South Main Road, right here in Vineland. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a new car, whether a new vehicle for you, whether it be used program vehicle, import or domestic, remember, Pinnock Auto Lines is the place you need to go.
This is a match I am personally waiting for. This is a match that compared to two of the top superstars in all of professional wrestling, DTW's own White Lotus and the Latin attraction, Angel Gonzalez. I know these guys have been wrestling up and down the East Coast, and they're sitting here in DTW showing each other, just bringing this war to Dan That's Wrestling, basically bring it to another level here in DTW.
Both of these competitors, again, have a pedigree. They have a track record behind them. They've come up against one another before, and we're going to see an extension of that here in DTW under DTW rules.
I know the Latin attraction, Angel Gonzalez, well. He is actually a very inexperienced competitor in the term of the amount of time he's been in there, but he's a very experienced competitor with the action and the wrestlers that he's faced. And he's against White Lotus, another wrestler I know very well. I go back there with him since 1998, and the White Lotus is an individual that you don't want to take lightly. He has worked out in Yokohama, Japan, and different other things with the Shaolin monks, working on his martial arts, his mixed martial arts. He's trained with the Gracie family. I know he's actually spars with Tito Ortiz, and he's definitely shown he knows what he's doing here in DTW.
White Lotus, again, is a wrestler I'm very familiar with. He's coming to us from Devonshire, Japan, his hometown. Has a great track record in the squared circle. We should see a very interesting contest here.
Neither of these men are strangers to gold, and they're definitely not strangers to each other. The last time they competed, the White Lotus snuck out a victory. This time, I don't know what's going to happen because these guys are so evenly matched.
Well, it looks like White Lotus is having a little bit of a problem out there with the car wash mascot that's here with us tonight, but that's not going to affect his abilities in that ring.
White Lotus, like I was saying before, is a practitioner of mixed martial arts, is a practitioner of Shaolin Kung Fu. He's a practitioner of shoot wrestling and catch-style wrestling from Europe. He's worked in all kinds of styles. He's fought against mixed martial artists. He's fought against karate men. And he's been in here in DTW fighting against the very best of professional wrestling.
White Lotus, pound for pound, is one of the toughest wrestlers here in DTW.
Introducing first, to my right, weighing at 270 pounds, and from the Bronx, New York, Angel Gonzalez. And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 190 pounds, and he is from the African man, here is White Lotus.
It does not seem that the martial artist from Yokohama, Japan is very popular here in DTW.
Definitely not getting the crowd behind him. He works a very strong style. He's someone who works pound, like I said, pound for pound. He is one of the toughest competitors here in DTW, and we're going to see proof of that here as he goes up against Angel Gonzalez, the Latin attraction.
The Latin attraction, Angel Gonzalez from Bronx, New York, but he also traces his roots back to Puerto Rico. And against the White Lotus, collar and elbow tie up. It looks like Angel Gonzalez is slightly a larger individual. I know he's not as experienced as Lotus, but he definitely has a size and strength advantage as he shows his dominance right now by slapping Lotus in the face.
What Angel Gonzalez is going to have to do here is use that size advantage to his own benefit. He's going to have to use his size in this contest against White Lotus and make sure that he punishes White Lotus as best he can.
Just on the opposite end, White Lotus needs to use his martial arts techniques like that leg sweep to keep the larger man off guard. In martial arts, you often learn how to use a guy's size and weight against you, and that's what he just did there in that collar and elbow exchange with the leg trip.
That's right. It's all a matter of using angles, using ability, using momentum. Make your opponent's weight be his enemy, not yours.
As we see, White Lotus is arguing with the fans right there. Again, not a very popular guy, but this isn't a popularity contest. It's a wrestling match. They're all got a tie up, but the Latin attraction takes advantage and hits him in the center. Couple punches, number 2. Here comes the third. He's using right now his strength and those strikes with that nice headbutt technique to his advantage.
Angel Gonzalez, again, right now taking control of this contest, working things very, very hard against White Lotus, making White Lotus pay for the size difference.
Misses the clothesline, misses the back elbow. White Lotus goes for the sunset flip. Lightning Attraction loses balance. 1, 2, 2 count only. Up again, using that power advantage and hitting the clothesline before White Lotus has a chance to get back to his feet. 1, 2, 2 count only.
We're definitely seeing here a contest, a classic battle between experience and power. Power being on the side of Angel Gonzalez, the experience being in the hands of White Lotus.
Again, though, while in the term of amount of years he's been in the business, it has not been very long. The Latin Attraction, Angel Gonzalez, has wrestled the top wrestlers in this world, former superstars from all different places, and he knows what he's doing inside that squared circle. He's no rookie when it comes to working out big matches, and this may be the biggest match he's had to date with the White Lotus. Has him off the top, out of the turnbuckle, has him looks like he's going to do a sidewalk slam. The White Lotus is trying to fight it, but the Latin Attraction, using that power advantage, drops down, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 2 count.
When you're being held in midair like that, as Angel Gonzalez was holding White Lotus, it's very difficult for White Lotus to be able to counter that because he just has no place to get leverage.
Angel, the Latin Attraction Angel goes for that clothesline again. White Lotus goes for a high cross body. The Latin Attraction caught him up, and a fall away slam by the Latin Attraction Angel Gonzalez onto White Lotus.
White Lotus definitely showing the effects of that move.
Went for a cover. Oh, but his foot is on the rope. Referee almost did not see his foot on the rope. You know, like I said, these guys have battled before. I think the Latin Attraction must have been watching tapes from their previous encounters because he seems very much in control in this match. We'd expected to be a lot more go back and forth and a lot more battle. Oh, but the White Lotus took advantage of the inexperience of the Latin Attraction, dropping him throat first across that top turnbuckle. That top rope.
Once again, you see the experience paying off on the part of White Lotus as he is now in control of this contest, taking Angel Gonzalez to the corner. This doesn't bode well for Angel Gonzalez.
Ow, that had to hurt. He basically introduced the Latin Attraction's 2 unborn children to the steel.
You have to excuse the fact that Angel Gonzalez's voice just shot up a few octaves on that. Now White Lotus going for the pin. Angel Gonzalez able to break it up.
He had his feet on the ropes, but the referee stalled it, but didn't matter anyway because the Latin Attraction kicked out. Now what the White Lotus is doing, what I said earlier, he's putting his weight on the Latin Attraction, causing him to expend that energy to kick out. You only have so much energy, almost so much power in this business, and when you have to exert that much more to kick out of that count, while White Lotus is sitting there breathing easy, it wears you out, especially when you're a much larger man.
You're right about that. Angel Gonzalez is a larger man who doesn't seem, although he's not in bad condition, he's not a muscular competitor. It's going to take its toll.
White Lotus set up that rear savate kick, taking down that rear savate kick right into the Latin Attraction's chin.
He caught him right on the money at that point, got the end of the chin. Angel Gonzalez had his chin out there. White Lotus was able to capitalize on that move.
Again, using that martial art experience, working out that Shaolin Kung Fu, that mixed martial arts experience as he ascends to the top turnbuckle. There's many things this man could do from this position. Oh, but he misses the high leg drop.
Angel Gonzalez was able to get out of the way. He saw that coming, and just at the last moment was able to move. And
I'm sorry, hitting him with a no-dower bomb, which is a choke slam into a power bomb by the Latin Attraction onto White Lotus. Both men are down. Both men are feeling the effects of this grueling matchup.
This matchup is taking its toll on both of these competitors, and we're going to see what happens as this goes along, see which one of them is going to be able to maintain enough composure to be able to cover their opponent 1, 2, 3 and come out victorious.
Referee was going for that 10 count, but both wrestlers are up to their feet. Latin Attraction seems a little bit more worse for wear than this, but he does get the first shot in.
Again, Ladder attraction Angel Gonzalez goes in there and looks like a much more experienced individual than he really is, but he's got a hard fight against the experience of White Lotus.
Again, though, with both these wrestlers have wrestled each other so much, they really do know the ins and outs of each other's style. You basically, you know who's going to win this match, honestly, to be completely honest with you, is the guy that changes up something and just does something totally unorthodox that no one else is expecting.
That's right. It's going to be the one who surprises his opponent and does something that he hasn't done before so that he can't call it in the middle.
White Lotus went for an Ase moonsault, lost his footing. The right attraction took advantage of it, caught him in a full Nelson, has him up in a side slam, and hits him with his finishing maneuver, the Bacardi shot.
Atlantic attraction, Angel Gonzalez able to get the pinfall and come out victorious. Well, I think that match lived up to its billing. We thought we were going to see a hard-fought contest, and indeed we did, as these two competitors went out there and poured their heart into this contest. Angel Gonzalez coming over looking for his Puerto Rican flag back. I don't know if he has good or bad intentions with that flag, but White Lotus is working his way out of the ring. He's going to get out of harm's way.
Latin attraction in this mostly Spanish crowd, bringing out the Puerto Rican flag and getting the approval. White Lotus definitely fought a hard-fought battle, and well, like I said, these guys have fought before. I honestly think their records like 500 each. You know, one guy wins, but this is what happens when you get two guys that are professionals, two guys that know what they're doing, and the two guys who wrestled each other so much, you never know who's going to come out.
You're right about that, Jaden, but I'm going to have to interrupt you right now because we're coming up on a match that I've personally been waiting to see. It's our big main event. Now, for anyone who was on board with us back in June, that's where this match stemmed from. As it was a singles match, Tommy Golden taking on the challenge of Patch. Patch handcuffing Tommy Golden into the corner. Tommy Force interjecting himself in to interfere with the match, and that broke down and led us to where we are today, a tag team contest, as Tommy Force is going to be teaming up with the big man from the punishment area, Patch, as they take on the combination of Tommy Golden and the fast high flyer, Crazed.
Now, I don't know if you DTW fans were here for the last show, but also when Tommy Force fought Crazed, they were fighting all over the building. There were battles inside the ring. There were battles at the fans with the bleachers. They were battling all over. There was trash cans. Tommy Force has said he wants more opportunities here in DTW. He says that he is a true main eventer here in DTW, and tonight he has a chance to show it.
And here we see JoJo making his way out to the ring. If you remember, JoJo came into play during the last time these people all met, when he actually took out the mascot from Biddick Auto Lines, who happened to be standing at ringside, and Scooby took the head.
I guess he took the head as a trophy in the last time. Let's see. Actually, I am a little surprised to see him. I know he's no stranger here for DTW, but I don't understand what he has to do with this match.
Well, I thought the JoJo was on the injured list, but you know, last time he interjected in Patch's business. Well, he's out here again.
And here comes their opponents.
Right, here come their opponents, the team of Tommy Golden and Crazed, about to make their way to the ring. Now you have to understand, Tommy Golden is no stranger here in Damn That's Wrestling. His first feud right here in Damn That's Wrestling was against Just Incredible. And he finally worked up to the point where he got a win over Tommy Golden.
I know what you meant. He got a win over Just Incredible. Oh, well, you know, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, our headsets are picking up police calls for the Puerto Ricans that are running away from the cops here in Vineland. So we're having a little trouble keeping focused. But there is Crazed and Tommy Golden. Tommy Golden has wrestled former world heavyweight champions like in Just Incredible and Crazed. He may seem like a smaller individual, but there is no measuring stick for the size of his heart. He may be small in stature, but what he can do in that ring is huge.
Definitely. Crazed has one of the biggest hearts that I've ever seen in a competitor, and you're going to see evidence of that as this match unfolds before us. Now, let's take things down to our ring announcer, Norberto Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you all have been waiting for. Here is your DTW Tag Team Main Event. Introducing first, team number 1, over to my left. Let me first. Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, here is Tommy Ford. And his tag team partner, weighing in at 250 pounds, from Punishment Arcadia, here is Patch.
You can definitely hear the fans are not behind the team of Patch and Tommy Force. And there now you hear JoJo being introduced. Why he's out here, I still have no clue. Last I knew, he was on the injured reserve list. Why he's in the building, we may see later. You can definitely hear that the favorites here are Crazed and Tommy Golden as they get set to square off against the team of Patch and Tommy Force in a match that we've been told is called Tag Team Warfare.
And that's exactly what it will be, Tag Team Warfare. There's an old expression that all is fair in love and war. And right now, Tommy Golden has a golden opportunity to gain revenge on Patch. But Patch takes advantage of Tommy Golden and being distracted as Tommy Force is working over Crazed. Working in the corner, reversal. Oh, meeting of the minds by Patch and Tommy Force.
I don't blame you for being distracted there, Jaden, as we had JoJo behind us with steel chair in hand. It looks like the man definitely has evil intentions on his mind.
I'm wondering, do the DTW people pay their color commentators danger pay?
I don't know, but I'm doing my best to stay on my toes here. You know I'm running at a little bit of a disadvantage as far as background right now, but I'm going to do my best to stay awake, stay in this contest, and try to stay out of harm's way.
Now Crazed, the very popular individual, and Tommy Golden are inside the ring as Tommy Force, Patch, and JoJo on the outside. The referee needs to, well, there is no countouts here in DTW, and they are taking advantage of that stipulation. They're allowing themselves to slow the pace down. It is obvious that Crazed is the fastest individual in here, and that's not taking anything away from Tommy Force or any of the other individuals, but he is a fast, lightning-fast individual, and by slowing down the pace, you're taking Crazed out of his element.
Right. Crazed is definitely one of those that we can say isn't just fast, he's not just quick, he's sudden. Because he can come out of a competitor from out of nowhere and turn a move into a very, very strict offensive maneuver.
Now here's the man from Puerto Rico, Crazed, and the man from Canada, Tommy Force. They went for collar now, but tie-up. Crazed has a top wrist lock. Tommy Force reverses. Now see Tommy Force. He's pushing down on the wrist. There's a flip out, kip up, reversal by Crazed. Snapmare still has that arm, and he's working over it.
Tommy Force is an individual that I've seen in action for a long, long time. He knows what he's doing inside that squared circle, but he's not going to underestimate the abilities of Crazed either.
We saw a wrist lock reversal, then a kick to the belly, kick to the lower section by Tommy Force, snapmare, dropping the elbow on the top of the head.
Tommy Force has been in there with some very, very tough individuals, and the man is able to hold his own no matter who's in there against.
Crazed has a bit of a disadvantage. I know both Puerto Rican and Mexican luchadors like to use that mask because we see a clothesline by Tommy Force, but it does throw off your peripheral vision. You cannot see things coming as well as you can without that mask. I think Tommy Force has taken advantage, knowing that, being the veteran that he is, angled his body to make sure he gets the maximum effect on Crazed so he doesn't know what is hitting him.
Well, I'm sorry I was a little distracted there. Again, we had JoJo down next to us, and I'd like to take this time, if I can, to ask somebody back in the trailer, if you can, send security out here because I really don't trust JoJo out at ringside.
We saw Tommy Force go for an Irish whip into an arm drag, and Crazed reversed it into a monkey flip. He has an arm drag of his own, and now he's got that wrist lock, that arm bar, driving that knee to the face, pushing position, pulling that arm out, trying to pull it out of socket.
If you notice, not only does he have the knee to the face, he had it dug into Tommy Force's neck, doing his best to cut off the carotid artery flow and deprive Tommy Force of what is essentially his lifeblood.
Here's a tag to the Golden Boy himself, Tommy Golden, as he's working on the veteran Tommy Force with a nice hammerlock.
Tommy Golden is one of those deceptive competitors because he has a very young-looking face, but he's been in this business a lot of years. He knows what he's doing inside that squared circle, and he's not afraid to mix it up with anybody.
Again, the quick tags, the tag team special work done by Crazed and Tommy Golden. They're keeping the first man inside that ring so neither man gets tired.
I think that's one of the things we're going to see out of the team of Tommy Golden and Crazed is those quick tags, keeping their opponents off pace and off foot.
Tommy Force, though, as he takes a knee to the midsection, is no stranger to tag team wrestling. And Patch, a veteran that he is, has seen it all. I think you're going to see a lot of double team maneuvers by both competitors. And as I say that, Crazed is driven headfirst into Patch's boot.
And here we're going to see Patch getting involved in this contest. The man is a true punisher.
They call him Patch the Ripper. He is like the Jack the Ripper of old. He is an assassin of himself. He is a murderer of men. He can take apart men and rip them to new shreds that you've never even thought existed. And he's doing that right now with Crazed.
Patch is one of those competitors who doesn't care who he has to go through in order to get a victory or at least get a little bit of momentum. I think if the man had to go through his mother to get an advantage in the match, he wouldn't hesitate.
If you look at Patch, he is not the best looking competitor as he open hand chops on the much smaller competitor. But you notice he has a patch over his eye. That's not just a gimmick. He lost that eye in a fight. The man saw, when he had the eye taken out, decided to take the man's own eye in revenge. The man continued fighting, and that's why we see him in there. He may be at a handicap, a disadvantage, but he is so tough, it doesn't matter. Yes, we heard that chop. We definitely heard that chop.
We could get security out here. If we get somebody back in the trailer, get security out here. We have JoJo coming over and harassing us. Please get somebody from security out here for us.
You saw Tommy Force and Patch again doing that double teaming, throwing Crazed so high. I think he brought a part of the ozone layer down with him.
Yes, Tommy Force, again, great mat technician. He knows what he's doing inside that squared circle. He is very methodical. He will take a part of the body and work it and work it and work it until he has total control.
Tommy Force right now is on Crazed. He has a reverse chin lock. What he's doing is causing Crazed to carry not only his own weight, but Tommy Force's weight on top of him. By doing that again, like we were saying earlier about breathing, you take the air out of him, you're pushing the air out of him. If you can't breathe, you can't wrestle.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted again. Here we have JoJo moving around behind us again. I'm sorry, I just don't trust the man.
I know it is hard to work in this environment right now, but we see Tommy Golden trying to get everybody, all the fans, all the thousands of DTW fans behind him and behind Crazed to get that energy. It goes, Tommy Force catches him and hits him. Oh, I thought he was going for a running power slam. Instead, he drove him into that turnbuckle.
And if you notice, the top turnbuckle hit Crazed right in the small of his back. The most vulnerable part of your back is where he took the blow.
People do not realize. They see the padding outside those turnbuckles and they think, oh, that's a soft landing. No, there is a steel bolt underneath that. Hitting that, even with the padding, hurts. Doesn't matter, you hit it with your back, hit it with your head. Either way, it hurts.
And there you see Patch standing on the hair of Crazed, pulling up his arms. just stretching the man's hair as best he can.
Now Tommy Force and JoJo are working over Crazed as Tommy Golden is trying to get in the ring. The veterans that they are trying to lure Tommy Golden into the ring so they can double team on the much smaller Crazed.
They're doing a very effective job of distracting the referee so that Crazed is taking the brunt of this punishment without the referee even being aware it's going on.
Like I said, Patch is a veteran. He's been around for a long time. Tommy Force is a veteran. He's been around for a long time. That experience advantage right now, even though Tommy Golden's this is definitely not his first dance, that experience advantage has come into play.
You're definitely right about that, and you're talking about the experience of Patch. I can verify that. I saw Patch when he first broke into the business. I've seen him develop. He came in with an attitude, and that attitude has only gotten worse as time has gone on.
He is definitely a nasty, surly individual as Tommy Force is opening up on the much smaller Crazed. Now he's taking that forearm and that elbow and raking it across the face.
Patch is one of those individuals that I avoid at all costs. Tommy Force, I don't think I've ever seen the man smile. Even when he's getting a victory, he fails to smile.
As you see Tommy Force hitting that snap suplex, going for the cover. Looks like side Canadian leg sweep.
Tommy Force, again, the advantage of his experience and his technical abilities coming into play here.
I think Tommy Force, though, is getting a little frustrated. Like I said, he may be a smaller competitor, but the size of Crazed Heart is bigger than this entire building, and he has not stopped fighting.
See, that could work out to be an advantage for Crazed because he definitely gets underestimated by his opponents. Even if they've been in there against him before, if he's had an advantage, they consider it a fluke, and it's not a fluke. The man has a giant heart.
There we go. We see a delayed release, high vertical back suplex as Patch goes, putting all his weight on the shoulders, but 2 count only.
And you can see Patch's hand gestures. He's just not a friendly individual.
Patch. Oh, well, you know what? You can even the playing field that way. I don't care who you are, unless you are, somebody that doesn't deserve to be here, that's going to hurt.
You're right about that. It's a vulnerable part on all of us. What Crazed needs to do right now is he needs to get out of Patch's grasp and get over and tag his partner and get the fresh man back in the ring.
As we see, he's going to make it. He's going to make it with another. Referee's distracted. He did not see the tag. Tommy Force distracting the referee. He did not see the tag.
Again, the advantage of the experience and the technical abilities of Tommy Force coming into play. He distracted the referee purposely. He didn't see the tag and therefore disallowed it.
Right there, Olympics. Were the Canadians ever in the Olympics? Did they win anything besides hockey? I don't know, but either way, we saw an Olympic slam by Tommy Force.
Well, maybe they were good at skating. I don't know.
Now we see a man who could be on any Canadian or United States Olympic team. Patch choking away at Crazed.
Patch, like I said, is going to do whatever it takes to get the advantage, and once he gets it, he's going to keep it. You need to stay off your back with Patch. You need to stay out of his grasp because he's strong, deceptively strong individual.
Oh, he launches Crazed into the air, but Crazed comes back with a high drop kick, hitting Patch right in the bridge of the nose. I think he might even broke his nose.
Well, Patch checking it, making sure he's not bleeding. Crazed needs to get the tag here, and he needs to get it so the referee can see it.
Patch pulling him back, not allowing Crazed. He's cutting off the ring. That's tag team wrestling at its best. We cut off the ring to only your side of the ring is where the battle is going on, and you keep that guy in there. But what is Tommy Golden doing? He's going around and attacking Patch. He's taking matters in his own hand as Tommy Force is working on the much smaller Crazed inside the ring.
But you know, this is Damn That's Wrestling. The referee's going to let this happen, but they have to keep JoJo out of the picture. And like I said, JoJo's out there with evil intentions.
Oh, well, you know what? The fans tried to take it on their own. A fan took a cheap shot at JoJo with a chair.
Well, I can't necessarily say that I blame these fans for it. JoJo has done nothing to endear himself to these people, and he better watch himself because she looks like she has just as evil intentions on her mind.
as he takes a nice cheap shot on Patch. You know what? She may have evened up this match. It was 3-on-2, but now with that Crazed fan working for Crazed and Tommy Golden, I think they even it up. Now you see Tommy Golden and Patch fighting up in the stands. He threw Patch's head into that brick wall, and you see Crazed and Tommy Force doing again what they did before, fighting all over ringside.
Definitely, this is what I expected to see out of this matchup, and I'm not disappointed. Patch taking the brunt of the abuse right now from Tommy Golden. Just can Tommy Golden keep up the advantage?
Tommy Golden working on Patch. You see Crazed throwing Tommy Force back in the ring. I think honestly that beating he's taking is working on him. But what is he going to do? I hear a chair shot. I see the crazy fan hitting with the chair. Oh, but as Crazed ascends to the top turnbuckle very slowly, Tommy Force took advantage of it, knocking him down. Now Tommy Force is going up to the second rope. I'm not sure what he's going to do. He's working on Crazed again, softening him up with those shots. Couple punches in the midsection. Wow, this action is all over. I'm not sure what's going on. We can see Patch right now hitting the lower back of Tommy Golden into that ring apron. You see Tommy Force and Crazed fighting on the top rope. There's action going all over. There's even a Crazed fan going nuts.
You have to watch these fans with their chairs. They can be dangerous. But we have action going on in and out of the ring, in front of us, behind us. I don't know which way to look at this point. And now here comes JoJo over our direction again.
Tommy Golden hit Tommy Force with a powerbomb as Patch goes up with Crazed. Now, this is not a territory Patch is known to be in. Tommy Force is a flyer when needed to be. Patch, I've never seen him fly. Oh, he was thrown off the top rope through that table.
Yes, Crazed did what he had to do, took Patch out to the outside, put him through the table. Now we'll have to see if Tommy Force and Patch can come back from this, or if Tommy Golden and Crazed can keep the momentum.
He missed the Phoenix Splash. The Phoenix Splash made famous by Jushin Thunder Liger. He missed that onto Tommy Force. But now it looks like Tommy Golden, taking advantage of Tommy Force's weakened condition, is hitting him. He also threw a ladder inside that ring. What are they going to do with that ladder?
I don't know what they have planned for the ladder. Tommy Golden rolled it into the ring. Crazed is in there right now with the ladder. Tommy Golden and Tommy Force fighting on the outside. I can't even see Patch through all of this, but he's got to be out there somewhere along with the Evil Master JoJo.
JoJo is helping Patch, and it looks like the referee was helping Crazed set up the ladder. Now you see Crazed, he's climbing up. I guess, there's a stairway to heaven, and there's a ladder of success, and I guess Crazed wants to climb it all. As you see Tommy Golden bringing both Patch and Tommy Force meeting in the minds as they collide each other head. As you see Crazed off the top, high cross body onto both individuals.
I definitely think the Crazed wants to send both Patch and Tommy Force straight to hell. Forget about heaven. He's got bad intentions on his mind now.
Tommy Golden picking up Crazed. As you see JoJo taking care of his two individuals. He brings Crazed into the ring. Man, there's action all over.
I'm not sure what to consider with this. Tommy Golden just carried Crazed over, put him into the ring, and then he's back over against Patch. Throws him into the side of the ring, caught his midsection right on the top corner of the ring.
Tommy Golden has Patch, puts him into the ring. Again, I'm not sure, though, on that jump, if it hurt Patch and Tommy Force more, or if it hurt Crazed.
I think Crazed hurt himself on that one. He's trying to stay in this contest. He's rolling around, moving towards Patch, but he definitely looks like he's hurt at this juncture.
One of the problems with the high-flying maneuvers is you do not have the weight to take the stuff on that blow. If you're a smaller individual, it hurts a lot harder when you hit it, as JoJo is behind us.
Yes, Crazed definitely doesn't have the padding to absorb.
Ladies and gentlemen, as my chair was stolen out from under me, the winner of your match, Crazed and Tommy Golden.
Ladies and gentlemen, you pinfall victory there as Crazed got the 1-2-3 count on the man from the punishment area, Patch. Now we see JoJo making his way into the ring with a chair, trying to take Tommy Golden out. Tommy Golden grabs the chair, gets... along with the other referees from the back. Referees telling Tommy Golden to put the chair down, but they have to remember that it was JoJo who actually introduced that chair into that little exchange.
JoJo is down. This is definitely not a good situation. I don't care whose side you're on, who you like and who you do not like. It is not a good thing to see an individual hurt. And I think Tommy Golden himself is kind of upset about what's happening.
You're right. Tommy Golden actually seems to be going over to check on JoJo. I don't know if it's concern or if he's just looking for another opening, trying to get a chance to get in between those referees and administer even more pain on JoJo.
JoJo is down. You can see him wincing in pain. There is Big L protecting him with that chair. You see the Latin attraction, Angel Gonzalez. You see JD Smooth. All three referees are out there. I don't know what to say. I mean, I know he meant to hit him, but I don't think he meant to hurt him as bad as he did.
I think you're right about that, Jaden. Tommy Golden he's a fierce competitor. There's no doubt about that. But he's not the type who's going to go out there to purposely injure somebody. JoJo brought the chair into the ring. Tommy Golden happened to get the chair. He took the shot at JoJo. Whether he meant to hit him in that knee or not, I don't know. But it's the injured knee, the knee that JoJo had repaired.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for attending and watching this DVD. My name is Jada with Frankie G. This has been DTW Action. Again, DTW, Damn That's Wrestling. Watching great action like this here on home video or here in Vineland, New Jersey.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever have the opportunity to catch Damn That's Wrestling live in action, don't hesitate to get your tickets and come out, because it's fine to see it on DVD. It's nice to watch a recording, but let me tell you, there's nothing like being here to see the action live, close up and in person. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everybody associated with Damn That's Wrestling, on behalf of my partner this evening, Jaden, I would like to say goodnight to everybody, and on behalf of everybody here at Damn That's Wrestling, this is Frankie G saying goodnight.